Easy Mizzy on Mac. HS on deck, no meds, my S bake off with gap. Yes.
Yo, such one for a bad another reaction of today's video. I can't lie, fam. I'm not even gonna lie to you lot. I actually already reacted to this like half an hour ago, and then as I was editing it, I ran out of storage on my phone. So I've gone back and into my camera roll and deleted the last few reactions I just did for storage. But I didn't even realize, but I accidentally deleted that reaction as well. And I'd already finished editing it. I just needed to clear up space and I deleted it. So I'm not having a great day, fam. After the Arsenal result, clearly my mind is not operating at optimal level, but I felt bad that you guys would see no reaction to it because that was basically the only comment on the community post. So we're back again. I had a long rant, not even a rant, but like I had like a big like speech at the end of it as well that I really wanted you guys to hear, but it's gone. But I'll discuss it at the end because it's still relevant, so I'll discuss it at the end anyways. But maybe I'll catch something that I didn't in the original one. I've never done a reaction to a song twice, so and there's a lot looking back that if I had, I would have caught things I didn't. So I guess on a personal level, it'll be interesting to see if I catch anything I didn't. But without any further ado, through the guys back Kweng. I still didn't really know who was actually on it initially. That's one thing I'll tell you. So I'll try to figure out who's who, but let's see what this one's saying again. I know that ain't who I think it is. So that's P. It's bare voices though, I don't know who's who. Even on first listen. I like the beat. This is still only my second time listening to it, so I guess I can still take in things. But yeah, I like the beat.
How the man still doing this neck thing when they ain't got back for the bridge? Push back trips with a stick in my pocket, you know I got the maddest intentions. Call you in dodge and I crashed off the mash, yeah, I really tried to slap off his melon. Anyone that would catch you, we're switching him off. If you ain't with that, you ain't stepping. Don't try and ask me if I'm riding, I shook my head, is that even a question? Me and Kweng step out, two whacks, two wetters, call man, do me inject him. Both hands on when I press that 9. Bro said he wants to up that crime rate again, and exactly just read my mind. Hop out the round and whap it.
I don't know who that was.
Automatic. This new shit Cooper's an automatic. Fly on the ride and crash it. I'm waving my stick like Potter, but no, my slime, I ain't doing up magic. Pull up, pop up, bang it between me and Max, that's like 5 slapping. Free Triz, I can't even lie, that steam no lacking. All red bullets, no rams in your hat. Yo, carry to ruin their fashion. Hella cups of cookies, I ran up in all them rooms. SK black on black, pop that smoke, I'm trying to shake the room.
If you did the song Shake the Room from, I think that was Meet the Woo 1. R.I.P. Potsmith, man. But that was a bar, I like that bar.
Like mix up, you know it's a madness whenever me and the up base link up. I'm with my GRM dailies trying to get them man twist up.
I don't know why, this is what I'm saying. Like, maybe on the second listen I'll catch things I didn't. Because he said mixtape madness, right? Then he said, I'm with my GRM daily. So GRM daily. I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together and clock. He said, whenever we link up, it's a madness whenever we link up. So he dropped the 3 biggest UK music platforms. I believe they're the 3 biggest, at least for me. Growing up, they've been the 3 biggest. I know SBTV used to be one of the bigger ones. Still the OG. But yeah. Trizzac, he did his thing on this one, I can't lie.
That smoke, I'm trying to shake the room. Like mixed up, you know it's a madness whenever me and the up base link up. I'm with my GRM dailies trying to get them man twist up. Trizzac, you know me, I love mix up. This what hold more teeth down mix up. At 15, I was doing them stick ups, splashies, abs, he ain't gotta do sit ups. Pissed up, anytime I hit the walk to your block, man, road didn't come into rock. I got this loaded, do gonna suck. Itching to let that pop. Spinning, missing, we left them cops. Catching, twisting and out them tops. Listen, wishing they open locks. Kicking, tripping, I hope they drop.
I still can't believe that's Trizzac, fam. Even on first listen, like, my reaction to that was basically, fam, is that the best verse I've heard of him in years? Like, that was very, very hard. I can't lie. Very welcome surprise.
Itching to let that pop. Spinning, missing, we left them cops. Catching, twisting and out them tops. Listen, wishing they open locks.
This flow here.
Tripping, I hope they drop.
Cool.
Hella man got shit tangled. To the shop, got a wipe on my sandals. Gone over them sides, ain't no parking. I do try bars, that song got cancelled. Lean out the window, whole thing empty. I live in a head, rent free. Word on the curb that they hate me. Probably I show up on board up plenty. A lot of man talking my name, and a lot of it sounding the same. Heard of the plot and I walk with it live. If somebody come, they be gone by tonight. Could be gone by the time that they think. Move like Bond, I'm more like Wick. I'm in a ding and I need some tints.
Move like Bond, I'm more like Wick. Obviously James Bond and John Wick, cold.
Stick on my dog in my whip.
I'm from the place where your mum said don't go. Zone. It's a no-go.
Karma.
When you best to show to auntie, you might leave here with your head back solo. Thought it was an up block, but oh no, I'm in a ghost.
This actually mad fascinating to me. Like, what? How did I not hear these things on first listen? But yeah, you better listen to aunties. Obviously, he said, I'm from the place that your mum said don't go. So your mum is his auntie. And he said, that's such a vibe, because if he's beefing you and he's still calling your mum auntie, that's so rude. That's so rude.
I'm in a ding and I need me some tints. Card and stick on my dog in my whip.
I'm from the place where your mum said don't go. Zone. It's a no-go. When you best to show to auntie, you might leave here with your head back solo.
One thing I'll say that I didn't say initially, the mixing on everyone's verses seemed different. So I'm not too sure how this song was done, but Karma sounds like it sounds like he's in pen, but I don't know if he is. But it would explain why I haven't heard much music from him. But yeah, but then it kind of doesn't, so I can't tell.
Thought it was an up block, but oh no, I'm in a ghost kind of Felipe logos. Us get sent to the gulag, piss cause you can't step back in the lobby. Man side bash jack juice for a hobby, swing them.
One thing that's nuts that I said initially, I have to prefix the things that I said before and the things that I didn't, so you can understand what you would have got versus what you're now getting now as a result of me listening to it twice. Pause, because why am I... Anyways. And if you've seen my TikTok as well from the other day, huge pause on that one as well. But anyways, yeah, so they're beefing Moscow. So when they say they get sent to the gulag, it slaps harder because they're literally beefing Moscow. Gulags were literally the Russian version of concentration camps, basically. So the fact that I don't have to explain gulags because they're in COD. Everyone knows what a gulag is these days, but there's a Russian concept. So the fact that they said it slaps harder because it's just hard. But I don't know if they know that. Because everyone's been saying that in Draw lately, but it slaps harder when Zone 2 said it.
Score like hockey. Goes in the field like Monopoly. Smooth criminal, we weren't doing it. Always
in the field like Monopoly, I'm not too sure if that makes any sense, but yeah.
Us get sent to the gulag, just cause you can't step back in the lobby. Man side bash jack juice for a hobby, swing them sticks, score like hockey. Goes in the field like Monopoly, smooth criminal, we weren't doing it. Always heard I'm out of life, my rhyme, so why ain't nobody fixing anomalies?
Got a song called Out of Life.
Look, I feel like a rock star. 2 sticks, Henny and lobster. Me, I get too lit. Stupid, we really do this. How many shavings? How many shooting? Did it in Russia? I'm Vladimir Putin. Bro just gave me the smoky, okie dokie. He wants me to choose him. I just try to put him in blue stick. 4 man.
Even hearing it again, that's still such a brazy line. Bro, pass me the smoky. He wants me to twos him. When you're smoking a zoo and then you give it to someone else, that's called a twos. But obviously, he's not talking about louds. These are kind of things that I'm talking about. Like, one thing I said before is that, for me, the reason I always say P is just the greatest is when he's just explaining casual things, he makes bars out of them. Like, if you go listen to his No Mamming, that's probably the best example. And that's when I realised the other day that was actually really, really hard because it sums up everything I actually rate about him. I just didn't realise it initially. But when I reacted to it, I did like it. I just didn't realise why I liked it. But since re-listening to it, that's one thing I've clocked. See, even there, like, I can't envision another rapper making such a bar, if that makes sense. Like, the way that's just, like, listen to the rest of the verse and you'll get what I'm trying to say.
2 sticks, Henny and lobster. Me, I get too lit.
Because, yeah, in reference to my TikTok, I'm not trying to end up like man that was bare glazing Central C. I'm just trying to actually explain. At least me, I'm talking about the music. Man was just, he had to get off his knees, fam. I can't lie.
Stupid, we really do this. How many shavings? How many shooting? Did it in Russia? I'm Vladimir Putin. Bro just gave me the smoky, okie dokie. He wants me to choose him. I just try to put him in blue stick. 4 man in a 2.2, 2 man in the front, 2 man in the backseat. If he gets got like acne, stretch out my arm like I ordered a taxi. Charge that battery, why I talk wussy. TLC, it was me in a passy. I just hang out the side of my best friend's ride and pin to the ting turn sassy.
Wait, hold on. Did you say TLC?
If he gets got like acne, stretch out my arm like I ordered a taxi. Charge that battery, why I talk wussy. TLC, it was me in a passy. I just hang out the side of my best friend's ride and pin.
TLC, and then that reference, I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that, you know, that song there. I'm pretty certain that was by a group called TLC. So, you get what I'm trying to say about Skeng. It's the way he sets them up as well. Like, let me not yell, because there's other people that live in this accommodation. But it's the way that he sets things up without it being directly next to the actual line. Like, I don't know how to explain it, fam, but like...
If you get spotlight acne, stretch out my arm like I ordered a taxi. Charge like battery, white talk wussy. TLC, it was me in a passy. I just hang out the side of my best friend's ride and pin to the ting turn sassy.
Even with that, like, with the taxi one, yeah, it's a simile, but in the context of what he said it in, it didn't sound like when, you know, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like in a lot of songs, people will say like, oh, this like this like this. And it just sounds like you just kind of thought of that bar and you just want to put that bar in. But with that one, it made sense within the context of the line before as well. Like, it didn't sound like you just picked out a random simile for the sake of saying it. It just, yeah, I don't want to start glazing like that. I'm being mad cautious because I really mocked someone else for bare glazing, but I'm just trying to explain it without it sounding like I'm overcomplicated. I don't know if I'm overthinking it or if it makes sense. I just want to explain. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. There's no point in me just sat here talking about surface level things if there's no, like, let me stop talking.
Got shot from a car with peak, turned him hell, my first round party. We're doing it on the street. We ain't playing no games. Your boy got brave, then he got blazed and he met his grave. Attempted K's, we caught fat pants up and we left it. My Ramsey tear free flesh, if I slap this handy boy is dead. He ain't no shooter, he's a dickhead, he shot a white boy in the leg. These niggas are clowns, they do it for clout. I hop out the car and I'm chinging it down. Sew me up, spin it around.
That's not funny.
Hat, pinging it now.
There's nothing funny about that. Yeah, initial thoughts to that one there. Yeah, I mean, I basically, throughout the video, explained everything that I would have said before. But one thing that I said before that I referenced at the very start was how I missed the era of drill where we used to get loads of people on songs. And I feel like a lot of the time people always talk about drill in its prime and why it was its prime back then, about all the groups we had, all the beats were different, like it sounded different. The music videos were basically all just on the block nowadays. And there's nothing wrong with it, to be honest. Like, I like the fact that it's evolved. But a lot of people have a lot of sentiment to that time for a lot of reasons. But one thing I think is overlooked that I think for me is probably the main thing that I really liked about that old period is, yeah, when you used to just get songs with bare people on the song. I think of songs like No Hook by 1011, Call Me a Spartan, Kenneth Where It Started, Time Is Money. Even Trapping and Stacking was a bit removed from that, but yeah, I mean, any prime Harlem song, any prime 410 song that wasn't just AM and Skeng though. 10-11 Days of Digger, Horrid One, Savo, ZK, TY, like those type of songs. And then even with Zone 2, and that's what I'm saying, like the fact that it's one of the groups that was so prominent back then, still doing it now, and like you lot are still demanding reactions to them now, just put me in a good mood. I mean, it's not reversed the Arsenal result, it's not put the penalty in the back of the net, but it's lightened my mood a little bit, I suppose. So yeah, definitely something that I realized when I finished the reaction initially was that, yeah, like, we don't really see that anymore. And when we do see it, the last time I can remember seeing it was the Absav and Nito tune that they dropped with a few other people a couple weeks ago. And I think I said the same thing in that video, but to see it from a group that was dropping these type of songs back then to do it now, it's nice, man. It's nice. It's like a throwback of some sorts. It's like a crossover event from the old style and the new style. So yeah, it's like if it was like a TV show. You know, sometimes when you can see into the future, it's like, yeah, like they could have been sat there and been shown the future of themselves, and this song is part of it. Like, that's cool. Like, it would be like if Harlem had like Lowski, Miz, Blanco, like on Drills, for example, the song nowadays. Like, it's just cool. Like, I just missed that time, and it's nice to see it here. So yeah, that's basically everything that I said in the initial one. So I guess you got the reaction in the end, and I was very honest about the fact that I've already seen this, but there's still things that I can pick up. And yeah, to be fair, I was surprised and also kind of concerned of how much I just picked up. I can't lie, I lacked on a lot of things in the first time, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, what I rate out of 10, I rate that like a solid 9. Like, not even just for nostalgia bias, but I think everyone really did their thing. Was very pleasantly surprised by Trizzac's verse. Nice to see Karma back on it, but I mean, we're hearing the music, so nice to hear Karma back. Can't remember the last time I heard him. One thing I said on the first one is I don't know if I said it again here, but his album Anger Management was really, really good. Really, definitely one of my very favorite drill albums ever. I can't lie. Like, if I was to make a top 5, it would definitely be in it. I'm not sure about top 3. I'll refrain from saying it right now because I will miss out a certain someone and you lot will not like it. But anyways, yeah, I don't know if he's in jail or what, but definitely don't hear any music from him anymore, which is a big shame because, yeah, 2019 times was definitely one of my favorites. But yeah, otherwise, tell me who was on the track in the comments below. I'll check on Spotify as well. But the first verse, there were a couple that I didn't know who it was. I think maybe 3 that I didn't know definitively who it was. I think Snoop was in it, but I don't know for sure. So the ones that I do know, Karma, PS, Trizzac, Kweng, and then there were some other people, I think 2-3 other people that I'm not certain of who they were. But and yeah, one final thing that I said before is that, yeah, the trio of Kweng, PS, and Trizzac, we used to see, yeah, Zone 2 never really had hella tunes where it was like 5 people. I think Trash was the most, obviously Zone 2 Step as well, but yeah, it was mainly those 3. So to see those 3 back on a song, I know we had the 8-bar freestyle, but it's been a while even since that one. I think that was during the Euros. I remember that was, it was the Euros. I remember, I can't remember what game I was, but I think England, Germany actually I was watching during that game. Check the release date of that song and check the date of that game. I think I'm not mistaken. I think I reacted to that one at half-time. We won that game 2-0. Not important. Did we win that 2-0? I think we did. And then Thomas Müller missed the 1-on-1. Anyways, I definitely have ADHD. But anyways, yeah, that's the video done, isn't it? So usual end stuff now. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe. No, but for now, I've been Sachi14. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'll be back again soon.